Welcome, and Barovia to hello. Master Humble your I am Dungeons of Keeper Pixel Dragons. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Barovia. For those of you watching this after the fact, that was a little bit of an inside joke about a thing that happened in chat. Don't worry about it. I am your humble Master of Dungeons and Keeper of Dragons Pixel, and I am pleased to present to you The Empire Strikes Back All Is Lost post-Fall of Alaki 41st episode of Ages Final presents The Curse of Strahd. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. As always, we are going to get into the game here in just a few moments, but before we do have those usual housekeeping things. We may well have some new folks jumping in for various reasons. We don't have to get into it. So we're going to try and go through this quickly for those of you who've been around for a while, but if you're new here, we're going to go over what the frick frack happens around here. First things first, when you see map screens on Curse of Strahd days, my friends, you are seeing the GM perspective, which means you may see secrets. You may see traps indicated on the map. You may see monsters hiding around the corner. You may see all kinds of things, notes, who knows what. Please don't try to spoil any of that in chat. If you see that stuff, don't talk about it. The players will not have noticed it yet, and they will be in chat trying to kind of, engage with you, but I trust them not to look at the screen, so as long as you don't spoil stuff, they won't know about it. Second, please don't freak out about the rules. There's a lot of rules in this game, and some people know most of them, and we try our best, but sometimes we don't remember a ruling and we have to make stuff up, and don't freak out about it in chat if that happens. If you know a ruling and we're trying to remember it, you can tell us in chat, but if we don't, catch it in time, hey, don't worry about it. We'll catch it next time. Third, this is an open, welcoming space, and we try to keep that internet toxicity crap out of here. So, that's never usually a problem. The Yeet Fleet and Kiddos and all the other communities that show up to our streams mostly are fabulous, wonderful people who never do anything wrong, and we love you. But we want to make sure that everybody knows we aren't going to be putting up with anyone being abusive or hateful in chat, whether to other viewers watching the stream with you or to the players on stream regarding anything such as their knowledge of the game or the rules, their character choices as they roleplay and explore, or really, frankly, anything else. Again, you guys are always great, but we do like to give those caveats ahead of time. Fourth, this adventure is horror themed, so it may contain elements that are unpleasant or disturbing. We are not aiming for excessive graphic content, but in the context of a live stream, we typically won't be able to give content warnings because much of what we're doing is improvised. So we do try to put those on the YouTube videos when they go up. So please keep that in mind. And then as a reminder, we do release the show on YouTube after each episode during the following week. So if you have to miss part of the episode, don't fret. You can still catch it if you want to be caught up for the next live. And last but not least, before we get started, we're going to go around and cast. Please introduce yourselves and your characters, as well as whether or not you have chat inspiration before we jump in, starting, of course, with the inestimable Vincent Page.
Oh, that's mean. Hello, friends. I am Vincent Page, and I've been playing for a really long time now. Your changeling rogue, Ash Fireforge. I'm scared. I don't know what's going to happen tonight. It's going to be fine.
Excellent.
I also have chat inspiration.
Great. Folks in chat, chat inspiration is indicated by the little white D20s you see next to everybody's names. So please be aware of that as you are using your channel points. If you have questions about... I went the wrong way with that. If you have questions about how that mechanic works, ask, and I hope someone in chat can help you out. Next up, Omega.
Hey y'all, my name is Omega. I am playing Pizza Wallhorn, the Valor Bard. I do have chat inspiration.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Ozzy.
I'm Ozzy. I am playing Your Ancient's Paladin, Cast Fireforge, and I have chat inspiration. This will either be epic or it'll be over in about 10 minutes. Let's see what happens.
Excellent. And of course, bonus bomb.
And I am Bonus Mom, and tonight I am playing Wanderess, who is a nature domain cleric, which I've not been playing as long as Vincent Page has been playing his character because I started out in this adventure as a stars something druid.
Circle
and
of
then
Stars druid.
Yeah, and then I had a change, and here I am, and I'm ready to go, and I'm probably as uncomfortable with this as everybody else is. So yeah, let's go. Rah, rah.
Excellent. Well, I, of course, am Pixel. You can find me here on twitch.tv/hammermpixel. Thank you all for the hype train. Where I have been playing a whole bunch of Elden Ring with Bonus Mom. We are actually about to jump into some Minecraft with the opening of our new Minecraft server. And you can also find me on twitch.tv/hammerandpixel for those streams. And then you can find me here streaming Dungeons and Dragons. Next week will be our Descent into Avernus on Saturday, and then every other Friday, like this, will be Curse of Strahd. That having been said, my friends. Yes?
I do have chat inspiration.
Okay, excellent. Thank you. I didn't even think to ask. That having been said, my friends, and without further ado, when last we left our heroes did the best they could. They and their allies gathered at the Church of St. Andrel to rally the citizens of Vallaki and to attempt to liberate them from the oppression of the remnants of the old burgomaster's regime, the meddling of Strahd, and their own despair. Their ally Ismark delivered a passionate speech which was well received by the crowd, until Ezek Stranzi and his men showed up. Ezek and his men declared the assembly unlawful and then demanded it disperse, while his soldiers formed a phalanx, pinning the crowd into the square as they laid into the city and citizens of Vallaki with short clubs. Crossbow archers on the roofs fired on our heroes, and Ismark nearly killing them. Cass managed to reach Ezek and kill him, forcing his men to flee, but by that point, the promise of protection laid out in Ismark's speech was shattered. Our heroes and their allies fled Vallaki, taking refuge in Mordenkainen's extra-dimensional mansion in the woods outside of town. That evening, when Erwin Mardukov and his family returned from rushing into town to gather their things, our heroes could see through the trees into the distance as they opened the door of the mansion. Vallaki was burning. And that is where we resume our tale. So, the door has opened, and Erwin Mardukov and his family, along with the other were-ravens, have been ushered into Mordenkainen's magnificent mansion for the evening. You all are welcome to set up any kind of discussions or scenes you want to have as you prepare for the following day, or if you would like us to just hand wave and jump into the next day and get to it, that is an option as well.
Well, I think that Wanderers would be trying to help anybody who was injured and trying to get people settled and, kind of whatever. His little clericdom would come to the front on that and would ask, or looking at the crowd, what does it look like? Does it look like people are ready to settle down, or does it look like we're going to have to trouble control tonight? How can we ascertain the state of the people in the mansion?
So the people in the mansion currently are the four of you, Mordenkainen, Ismark, Irina, Esmeralda, Van Richten, Erwin Mardukov, his wife, their 2 children, I think it is, and a few other were-ravens that were with them. So the were-ravens have just, the Mardukovs and the were-ravens have just arrived. They're basically carrying some sacks filled with whatever possessions they could scrape out of their bar before it was presumably lit on fire. And that's
Well,
kind of where
Ismark
they're
was
at.
so badly hurt. I think we'd be trying to stabilize him. And maybe that takes precedence, is just trying to get everybody stabilized, settled in, rest, and then agree to talk in the morning and make a decision about what happens next.
Fine with me.
That
Makes
would be
sense to me.
Wanderer's suggestion.
Yeah. So, you all begin to sort of help get the Martikovs situated. You can tell they are all pretty devastated by what has happened in Vallaki. But, resolute, I suppose. They, at this point, know there's no real going back. And it is a somber night. The unseen servants who prepare the meals and deliver them do so. And everybody has a quiet evening, settling down to rest, fitful sleep as they prepare for what the next day has in store. And then the next day, as it always does, arrives. You awaken. Folks are still subdued. As breakfast is served and people are kind of taking stock of the situation. You can kind of meet with everybody in the kind of big dining room as everyone sort of has breakfast.
Well, I think Wanderers is going to look over at Ash like he always does and maybe try to gather. First of all, how's Ismark doing? Does he look like the night's sleep has helped him? So he might check on Ismark first.
Sure, yeah. I mean, he looks like he'll recover. He took a bunch of arrows, but you guys have healed him, a little magic here and there with whatever spell slots folks had.
So Wanderers is going to wander around and say, should we talk about what to do next, starting with Ash and then to everybody else? Like, do we need to make a plan?
I suppose the only thing left to decide is how we approach the castle. One way or another, it ends. And I mean, honestly, from all the discussion that we've had, I'm not sure if we've ever even came to what we think is going to be the best. From what I understand, everybody says the best thing to do is try to defeat Strahd in the field, and then that might give us a small window of time to break into the castle, find wherever it is he rests, and finish it for good.
Yeah.
When we were looking at the model of the castle, when we were
Yes.
at the other side of Barovia, there was a back entrance off the cliff, 900 or so feet off the ground, it looked like. And then, having said that, Wanderous is going to look over towards the guy that's the raven, the innkeeper, and say, have any of you ravens ever looked into that to see what it is, if there's something off the cliff below the castle?
No, not really. We tend to try to stay away. Strahd, the place is crawling with bats and other things. He doesn't take kindly to interlopers. So we typically have not.
So do you feel like if you fly there, they will see you or come after you? Like, can you ever circle there unbeknownst to them?
I mean, it's not impossible, I suppose, but. I suppose what I'm saying is, if from the time somebody notices you to the time a flying creature could land and enter the castle, you probably would be able to do that before anyone mounted a significant defense. But they don't typically. Uh, they're not typically attacked by airborne humanoids, right? But at the same time, is a bit of a hard sell for me and my ravens to just go poke the hornet's nest. We typically avoid that if at all possible, right? So we haven't done a lot of scouting too close to the place if we can avoid it. So
Hey, real quick, do we still have that like handout or that excerpt from Strahd's diary?
yes, yeah, you'd still have that. Um, I think it's in player handouts.
Oh no, I have it pulled up now.
Yeah,
I'm doing this
from
for
the
like
Tome of
role
Strahd?
play.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because I mean, maybe there could be some clues in there about one where he rests, and then maybe how to get in. I'm not sure who has that, whether it's Ash or
Oh, the
someone else.
actual tome. I don't remember who actually has it.
I mean, I have it pulled up now.
Yeah,
I mean,
one of
for
you,
role play's
right?
sake, I can just give it to you, right? Like when
Yeah.
you bring it up, Ash would just hand it over to you.
Let's see.
Excuse me, sorry.
Yeah, no, resides far below Ravenloft, so he does live. Okay, so that does mean that there's like more levels like below like the ground level, which we kind of assume that, but that answers that question. Live among the dead and sleep beneath the very stones of this hollow castle of despair. I shall still shut the walls of the stairs that none may disturb me. So I don't know if that means the stairs inside of the castle that are sealed. So there may only be like a way in from the outside.
Good point. I forgot about that.
I was literally just thinking about it. I was like, wait, maybe that has some clues.
Maybe.
Well, I think it's why Wanderers was thinking about that lower exit that's way down that, would be stumbling across where he sleeps to do something to it, or like, is it possible to destroy his place of rest so he couldn't return to it?
Ooh, I don't really know how that would work.
I don't either.
I mean,
yeah, I don't know that you or anyone with you kind of has that information, right? You have some
Yeah.
solid ideas on how to kill them. I think you talked to Van Richten, but I think Van Richten, if he ever had access to a vampire's like sleeping place, he just killed him, right? He didn't. But he also was never dealing with anything quite like Strahd, so.
I mean, so do we try to goad him into fighting us and then hope that we can take him out? And Van Richten, I think, mentioned that we may have anywhere between 24 and 48 hours to, before he wakes back up.
Right.
Do we spend that time trying to find an outside exit instead of going to the front gates?
I mean,
This is obviously all banking on we can get him to fight us that long in the field, and
yeah,
also banking on us being
winning.
victorious. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which we have about as good a chance as we're ever going to have now. So,
I mean,
So if we-
absolutely.
So
Almost. Go ahead,
ahead.
bonus mom.
No, you go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I was almost thinking like, I don't really know how good of an idea it would be, but, and I don't know what Strahd's followers would do if he had actually been like defeated, maybe that would weaken them. Maybe that would weaken some of the castle's like, security measures. Yeah, I mean, I almost don't know if after that point it wouldn't be a bad idea to like split the group and one go into the castle and then one try to find something. Yeah, I don't know. The more I think about that, the more I think it's a bad idea. Just because we don't know what's going to happen, like when we actually get into the castle. I feel like we'll be facing a horde.
Well,
we need to get these.
let's think about it this way, right? what what do you guys think Strahd knows about you? Like, try to put yourself in his shoes if he's trying to defend from an attack from you guys, right? Like, what does he know about y'all's capabilities from the encounters you've had with him so far?
I think he thinks we'd march right up to the front door.
Yeah, I don't think you would expect us to try to lure him out. I also don't think he knows that we know as much about him as we do. And I think that gives us a little bit of an advantage. He doesn't know we have get good, Vince.
Every other encounter we've had, other than the one where we fought with the Mad Mage, he just stomped us, right? So I don't know. This is just a thought too, but like I think that maybe he does expect us to just ram right up to the front gate because that's what the Mad Mage did or Mordenkainen did.
Yeah. And I
Maybe.
don't think he would think that even though he followed us, I think he probably thinks we're pretty dumb because we've been pretty dumb.
Yeah. Well, so he knows you have the Mad Mage with you now, right? He fought you. He presumes probably that you have him with you, and he knows what that guy's capable of. He doesn't know about Rictavio or Esmeralda. He doesn't know about the Holy Symbol of Ravenkind or the Sun Sword, right? I think he does know that you have the Tome of Strahd thing, maybe. I think that's come up.
Maybe.
And he also knows what just went down in Vallaki, almost certainly. So he knows that, like, you guys are kind of... Your hand is forced here, right? Like, you can either retreat to Kretsk, and then he can just come deal with you whenever he feels like it, or you can press the attack, right? And those are kind of really your only two options. He probably doesn't know about the Amber Temple, but, it does seem like your option for, like, forcing this to a conclusion, like, stalling only really puts him in a more powerful position over time anyway, right? As he boxes you in and kind of closes off your options. So, he doesn't know that you've been to the Amber Temple, and he doesn't know that you know about the thing down the cliffside, the stained glass window down there, right? He has no way of knowing that.
Well, then why don't we just cut straight to the chase and just go poking around the castle? Like, and not necessarily the front gates of the castle, but like
the cliffside.
Here's the worst case scenario is that we show up at that cliff and start poking around for another entrance and he comes fights us, which is what we want anyway, right?
I mean,
we want to fight him
true.
outside the castle. Hopefully we take him down. Then we have, a time window that's not exactly as precise as I would like, but we do have a small window of opportunity to really delve in there and try to force our way to where he rests. Now, the only downside to going in the back door right out the gate is that we can't find Onyx first, right? But then again, maybe that plays out to our advantage because...
Yeah, maybe that's a good thing because then we don't have to fight him
right,
or bind him or anything.
But here's the question this is what I'm worried about. What happens when we kill Strahd? Does everybody under his influence go free range? Do they get murdered? Like, how does that work? Because he's a spawn. He's now a spawn that Strahd made. What happens to the spawn once the master goes? I don't know how that works.
I mean,
is this a Van Richten question? Maybe.
I don't know that Cass would know that, but I know what
Um, yeah,
Nick
I
generally
think,
knows from lore.
yeah, I think actually Van Richten would say, um, uh, they don't immediately become any more powerful, but they do gain the ability to act of their free will. They no longer have to listen to a master if their master dies.
So that's a good thing. That I mean, we know he's not going to turn to a pile of ashes. It
Right.
just means that he's going to lose the mind control bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, honestly,
Well,
not to.
and
Sorry.
knowing what we know about Strahd, you know, it's more than likely he will use your friend to psychologically torture you by making him, it would be rare of him to confront you without deploying that element.
That's fair. Didn't think about that.
Yeah,
So
I
if
was
you
thinking
surprise
about
him, he might not have had time to set it up, but if he has, his druthers, I'm sure.
I think the best option is that. I think we go start poking around that cliff, and if he shows up, he shows up, and we'll deal with it the way we've dealt with this entire adventure so far. Is just take it as it comes.
I
Okay.
think we must remove those who would not be able to fight, and we should send them to Kresk and Ismark. You must lead them. And perhaps we could send ravens to guide them from the sky. Ismark, if anything happens to us and we do not survive, you must be alive. You must. And your sister will need you very badly.
That does not seem to be a appealing world to live in, but I suppose he sort of like winces a little bit. It's not like I'm any good to you if I come along, so.
We will all rest easier knowing that those most vulnerable and unable to protect themselves would be protected by you. You must do this.
He nods. Yeah, and folks kind of begin to branch out into their separate parties. Just so I can make sure I understand, for you taking with you, you'll be taking the four of you, right? Ash, Peta, Cass, Wandress, Mordenkainen, Esmeralda, and Rictavio, or Van Richten. So 7.
And the ravens to keep an eye from the sky.
Well,
think-
the Ravens are going to Crest.
Yeah, I think the
right?
Ravens are going to
All
Kretsk.
the ravens are going to Kresk. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So, let's talk about if your goal is to get to the stained glass window, you will probably need flight. Now, Mordenkainen can get, if he uses a 7th level spell slot, he can get himself and 5 of you, and Esmeralda could get herself and Rictavio with a 4th level slot.
This is for the flight thing. Sorry, I was
Yes.
reading through this tome.
Yes, yeah.
Um,
So I think that's basically the only way, unless you guys have plan to rappel down into the thing from off the back of the cliff, but that involves you going into,
the
if we
castle
look at
gates,
the
yeah.
castle, I can go back to the map.
Yeah.
It's like you would have to, go into the castle, go through one of the side gates, go around the back, and then
Yeah.
rappel off the cliff. So that's a long time to get noticed, but you might not. I mean, you don't really have a good sense of,
the defenses, yeah.
yeah.
So just so I'm clear on this, are we going straight for that window? like that little thing, or were we trying to find a path at the bottom of the cliff? Like I'm just if we're going straight for the window, that's perfectly fine. I just want to make sure I understand.
Yeah, you like, so if you would rather go on foot to the bottom of the cliff and like search for, a hidden doorway, you can. You haven't really seen any indication that that exists, but if it did, why would he write about it? So,
Okay. I mean, obviously the window's cool with me. I just wanted to make sure that I understood.
well, I mean, I'm not making that decision, right? That's you guys trying to decide
No,
what
right.
you think you want to do.
I think that's why Wanders was just hoping that some raven had ever flown around there to see if there were any, toe holds or chains hanging down, or, what it looked like there were any doorways or just anything.
Yeah.
So, I mean, why not just, we plan on walking there anywhere, right? Like, we'll, instead of burning slots, we'll get to that cliff, maybe take a very small amount of time to look to see if there's any indication there might be something like that. Cut straight to the chase if not.
Okay.
And just go for gold,
Yeah,
right?
so let's look at Barovia here. Okay. So, can I like drag you guys over here? This thing over here is the castle, right? So basically, you get out of here. This bit right here is like the spire that it's on, right?
Okay, are you binging things? Because I'm not seeing anything.
You're right. I'm sorry. I'm on the wrong layer. Okay, so this like elevation right here is kind of like this is the drawbridge, right? And then this elevation is the spire the castle is on. And then there's like further, elevations down here until you get to the village of Barovia, right? Everybody kind of see that?
Yep.
So, what you're kind of suggesting basically, and part of it is like the elevation here, you're like climbing up a big hill and then it crosses. So what you would need to do would be like somewhere where this road splits over here at like you would kind of have to like follow down here and then search. Does that make sense?
Yeah, we'd have to. Yeah, exactly.
Which you can do, if you'd like to do that. But it's like it's not as easy as like if you go up this main road to the front gate. Essentially, like if we go back to, and this would have been obvious again. I'm giving this information because you saw the model of the place, right? That's not the right one. Hang on, I want the other one. Where are you at? Where is it? Come on, was that? Oh wait, it was this one, wasn't it?
Yeah, it shows the gate right.
Oh
here
yeah,
on
I'm
the
just
lower
zoomed.
level.
I'm zoomed in too much. Right. Okay. So, this is that gate you were looking at, and then this under here is like a huge 1,000-foot drop, right?
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be very easy to just like climb down. Give me the damn thing to like climb down here and then go around and look, right?
Right.
You'd want to kind of go. Yeah. So, basically just going over what the logistics of that would look like.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, so I mean, honestly, if this is the mood, again, I think that flying from here to there, I don't know if that's going to take more than one spell slot, and then it would take another spell slot to fly from the bottom up. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
would
fly
it be
lasts
worth...
for 10 minutes. So it does seem more like the kind of thing you would do getting basically to the place and then flying, to where you want to go to.
So basing this off of what I'm understanding is the idea. Maybe the plan is to get to this cross at I, take the hills across and see if we can get down kind of like where this K is at on the map. and we spend short amount of time kind of scoping that out, and then if we fly straight to the window, we fly straight to the window, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Or
So
he
go ahead.
sees we're coming and he tries to ambush us somewhere between
Here and
there and the
there.
castle, and we take a stand and try to do what we can do. And then if we rush the castle because we have time because he went back to his lair, or we all die, or we beat him and put a stake through his heart out in front of the castle somewhere.
There you go.
And probably the easiest way to get there would basically be to go and follow this tree line and then loop.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's kinda
That's
what-
like,
Yep.
yeah, that's what I
the
I
other
was
thing that you
thinking.
guys have to decide, though, is what is your plan to get around Valaki? Are you going to just go through the woods and go around? Do you want to try to get to the water and like go around that way?
I feel like if we went through the woods, because I mean, like if we skirted the water, I mean they have that little like dock down there.
Yeah.
I mean, we just need to try to avoid people.
Okay. All right, I need to look up. Uh, okay. All right, so going through the trees, you are going to be moving a little more slowly. That is going to be about 2 miles an hour. How far are these? Okay, 0.3 miles.
100 miles.
Hmm.
Yeah, it'd take you maybe 2 hours to get around Valaki that way, and then onward.
Well, we
In
better
worst case
get
scenario,
going
if it
then.
takes us a little bit longer than we anticipate, then we retreat to the mansion, and then we reset on spell slots anyway, and call
Yeah.
that a dub. Except for obviously it gives Strahd a little bit longer
Yeah.
to wait for us, I suppose.
Okay, well, you make your way out of Mordenkainen's magnificent mansion. Ismark and the Markovs, Irina, and Yeska, all of them begin to head off to the west towards Kretsk, as the rest of you head into the woods.
Hmm.
Okay. You begin to make your way through the woods. You've spent your time here in Barovia, sticking to the path. For good or for ill, you've had your encounters. The woods, you haven't really been deep in the woods since your first and second nights here. Your first night when you woke up disoriented. Two of you woke up, I suppose, that first night. Wandress and Ash are the only two remaining from that
Rip.
crew. You woke up, and then the next night you spent in the woods when Cass arrived. But by and large, you have been avoiding them. The trees are gnarled and damp. The fog is ever present as you make your way through the woods. Are you attempting to move stealthily, or are you just sort of trying to keep your bearing? Like, how are you all? What's your priority as you move through the woods? Trying to move stealthily will mean you move even slower, but maybe that's safer.
What do you guys think?
I mean, if we
I'm
keep
not.
a wide enough berth from Velaki. I feel like we just kind of focus on keeping our bearing and getting out of the woods, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay. Well then, if someone would please make me a survival check. I think Wondrous probably has the highest survival score.
I've got
Wondrous
a
will
+2.
do that. Survival.
Holy poop.
25. Yeah, that'll do.
And we live.
Alright.
Yeah, so you've actually kind of gotten used to moving through this awful, awful place. You're not sure if that really is a good thing or a bad thing. I think perhaps the thought occurs to you that some of the dampness of this place and the horror of it might have somehow seeped in and changed you now that you feel so comfortable moving here. But nevertheless, you do make it through. And a good ways from the walls of Velaki, you pass back out onto the old Svalich Road. And you
Phase
make your
one
way
complete.
once again.
Hell yeah.
Now that you're out on the open road, what are you prioritizing? As you know, you're now coming kind of within the approach to the castle. The trees fall away. If you stick to the pathway, you know, it may be easier to see you coming. If you move away from the path, things could take longer. What do you decide as you sort of come up on rounding the bend and being exposed? Do you just try to make a run for it? What do you do?
I think that if I've learned anything, and you guys feel free to chime in on this, I think that the more careful we are, the better off we're going to be, because we've been blindsided way too many times in this valley.
I'll agree
Yeah.
with that.
I will too. Now that we're, through the woods was one thing. Now this is something else.
Okay.
We were safer in the creature-infested woods than we are on the open road, is basically what it comes down to.
Okay,
Yeah,
so you're
probably.
moving for stealth.
Hmm.
Okay. Does that stealth continue to move through the trees, or are you just trying to be on the road but as stealthy as you can? Like moving like hill to hill, trying to break line of sight on the keep.
Alert would be a word I think we'd use, trying to
Okay.
watch for spies and
Okay.
that kind of thing.
All right. Well, what I heard was alert, so let's try a perception check. And I think I'll ask one of you. You can decide amongst yourselves who is
Mine's
making
pretty
the check.
high. It's like
I
my
was gonna say.
thing. But if somebody else wants to do
But if somebody else
No,
wants to
you
do
go.
it worse than me,
it, yeah, like if you plebs
with that
wanna-
lower
no.
bonus.
Well, you don't want it to be me, right? 'Cause I just did
Yeah,
one.
you just did that one, so let's.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Well, let's talk numbers, friends. I got a +10.
I got a +2.
Mine is a
Yeah, you
+8, but
go
I'm
for it.
ineligible.
Okay.
Okay.
Watch me roll a 1. This is where
Here
I fail.
comes one town, population us.
Hey, 29.
No, 29.
Love to see it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you also. I think what with the story so far is the story of how well acclimated you have all become. All this time later, thinking back to that very first day when you strolled out of the foggy woods into the death house. Those people have been long left behind.
We get out of this at the end and we're like, outside world's not for us anymore, boss.
I don't know how to be out there anymore. Yeah, I think instinctively, Ash. Oh, incidentally, Ash. Let me give you a token so you can roll
Yeah,
for
I
the
didn't.
day.
I was going to actually when we first started. I was like, well, I ain't got a token.
All right, there you go. Have at it.
Yeah. Hey, there you are.
Okay, we have Mask Ash today. Ash, at this point, you instinctively have a sense of, where the bats and other creepy crawly things, crows as opposed to ravens, all of the above, where they're likely to be in these woods. And you deftly move. So with that high of a perception, I'll give you advantage on a stealth check. I'll give everybody advantage on a group stealth check to sort of avoid being seen by the spies.
So does that mean we all roll and you're going to take an
Yes,
average?
that is correct.
Oh, we needed that now. Okay, sorry.
Oh, I did it twice.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
it's fine. We've got a 13
Yeah,
I got a 14.
and a 14 and a 22.
ignore the 19.
Okay.
Oh, dang it.
I mean, you have advantage, so it is the 28, right?
Oh, I forgot about that. Hell yeah.
Okay. So that's a 19 overall on the average, I think there. Yeah, still pretty good. Again, you were strangers in this strange and horrible land, and now your feet move quietly, avoiding the dead leaves as you move.
You guys remember that bonehead we met, by the way? Anybody else remember that guy?
Bonehead?
Yeah, kind of vaguely.
Yeah, like the
Yeah.
skeleton dude we met on the road.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too.
Yeah, the
I
one
don't
that
know
was
why
like,
that
hey,
just-
go to this castle or whatever.
Yeah, I don't
Just
like
this whole chapter of the book we never got to, but it's been 2 years, so who cares?
Oh man, we just skipped a whole chapter.
I mean, there's a lot of optional stuff in this adventure, is all I'm saying. Barovia holds many secrets, and no one is going to find them all.
I totally forgot about that guy, and I don't know why he just like flopped in
I
my
mean, I think
brain.
it
I'm
was
like,
on this portion of the Svalich Road, so somewhere around
think it
there that
was.
you guys found him.
I just had a
originally.
sixth sense. Like, remember
Yeah.
that guy?
That guy.
That guy was a guy.
Okay.
This is
Well, I think with that, that's going to get you up to there's like a small set of woods leading up to these gates. Now, these gates, if you recall, I think you've been through them maybe once or twice now, are very similar to the first gates of Barovia that you entered. It's like a huge door standing wide open with those like giant knights, but the statues are old and decrepit. But from here, this is kind of your last leg of the journey as you make your way towards the base of the castle. Just sticking with the same tactics. Are you just going to try to make a run for it? What's the plan? Stealth has held you well so far.
I think it's more important now than it was this
Yeah.
last couple miles. You know,
Yeah.
what I mean?
Listen,
In my opinion.
Yeah, now it really, really matters.
Okay.
And we're heading towards the bridge at H, and then gonna wrap around the hills to the back of the castle, right?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So what do you need from us?
Not Wondrous or Ash. I'm gonna let you like pitch me. What kind of skills do you think between PETA and Cass, are gonna aid you in? Is it? I don't know if it's insight to think where Strahd would put spies. If it's perception, investigation, stealth, something else, nature, survival. I don't know. Like, what kind of skills do you think your characters would be employing as we kind of approach the crucial leg here?
You're on Shark Tank. You need to sell. Okay.
I mean,
I'm out. I'm out. No, sorry. Okay.
It
I wanted to commit to that bit real quick.
was a good bit. Well done.
so I mean, I feel like perception is more of like a passive thing, right? Where it's like something happens and like you notice it. You're not actively like perceiving, if you will. Whereas investigation, it's like, okay, I'm
Um,
like,
Yeah,
or maybe
I mean,
I'm thinking of.
I
maybe I'm
think the
thinking
way
of,
I
like-
would think of like investigation is like you're actively looking for specific things. Perception is more like your general alertness, but like if you're on alert and you're like trying to scan for any given thing, I would call that a perception check versus like, okay, investigation is like I'm searching for something specific. Can I, I don't know, look for
Yeah,
just
yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking too.
But I'm open to
Yeah.
other things if if you guys have something creative you think your character would be able to do here, or even like spells or class abilities. I guess I didn't pitch that to the other guys, but
I mean, I could cast Detect Evil and Good.
Okay, yeah. I mean, that would burn a
Last
slot, but it
it
would
burn a
help you.
slot.
I would say in this case that like Strahd spies would ping on a detect evil and good spell.
Yeah, because like they would either be fiends or undead, typically, right?
Yeah, I mean, or if they're like his, crows and stuff, like he kind of, they're
Yeah,
they're his enough. I would say that it would ping as like, oh, this is dark stuff. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, that's not a spell slot. That's your
Yeah.
paladin ability, though, right? Isn't it?
I have that spell.
Oh, you
Let's
have both.
see.
Okay.
No, not that.
Yeah, it's divine sense or it's detect evil and good. That's right. Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, I mean, whichever one you think. I would let that. Honestly, if it's burning a class resource like that, I would just let that work.
Yeah, I'll burn one of my divine sense.
Okay. All right.
And that actually has a 60-foot range, so it's actually better
Okay.
than Detect Evil or Good.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I think with that, you are able to make the first leg of this little journey. I would say that'll get you here to where, like, you need to split off from the road as you're kind of, like, dodging, birds and whatnot. And then as you're going to split and make the final charge towards the castle, PETA,
Yes.
what would you like to try to do to, help get the party, undetected through to the castle?
Oh boy.
Probably not your strong suit, but
Not really. Let's see. Oh boy, this is tough. Um, because I'm looking through my stuff and I don't really have anything that's
okay.
super helpful. I think just giving giving a speech of like encouragements to the party.
Okay.
And have that be a song of rest
Okay.
as we
So
walk, maybe. I don't know.
yeah, I don't think Song of Rest. I do think, however, so like you basically all of you hunker down, you're in the woods, this is like the last sort of, leg
Yeah.
of the journey. It's PETA. Deliver your speech. What do you say to your fellow party members to psych everybody up for this last sort of, charge into the maw of presumable death?
I guess I would say I know I haven't known a lot of you very long or as much as I would have liked. And if we die, it's just one of those things that we have to live with, or I guess not live with,
Hey man, shit
Um,
happens.
but this journey has definitely enriched my life to the point where I have changed as a person, and I appreciate everyone here who has helped save me, who has helped with these fights and helped try to free the people. Um, I will definitely write everybody's name for the history books in my songs.
Okay. And on that note, you guys begin to make your way. And I will say then for this one, I will allow everyone to go ahead and make another stealth check, not with advantage, but at the urging of PETA, you do make your stealth checks here.
Got a 14.
All right, let's grab this. We have...
Ooh,
okay, calling it
19.
out for folks at home.
25 for Ash.
Okay.
14 from Wanderers.
18 for PETA.
Okay.
14 for Cass.
Okay, that comes in at a final of 17. And I think that is going to be enough to get you to the base of the castle, seemingly undetected. As you approach, you do begin to hear high above you in the clouds. Stand by. I have to find it. I hope I have one. Come on. There we go. You begin to hear rain fall. You hear a crash of thunder, which illuminates the sky. The visibility begins to decrease, which is a blessing and a curse, I think, right? It may be harder to see what you're looking for in terms of a door, but it's also going to be harder to see you approaching the castle. But these dark storm clouds begin to form above Castle Ravenloft. So, there you stand at the bottom of this massive cliff. Above you, you can see the drawbridge and the walls of the keep. What do you do?
I guess the first thing is to work our way back around where we know that where that window's at, right?
Okay,
Yeah.
sure. Easy enough to do.
Not doing us any favor standing here looking at the front gate.
Yeah, you make your way back around as the rain begins to fall harder and harder, soaking you to the bones.
Okay, well, so Ash, just in the spirit of leaving no stone unturned, so to speak,
Mhm.
I think I would like to investigate around and see if
Sure.
there's any like sign of a path or any odd-shaped cracks or something on a stone face that looks like it might be a door. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that sort of thing.
Because Wanderers is taller, I think Wanderers is doing the same thing, is like helping you, but also feeling just, desperate to do
Okay.
something, like he can see higher and further or whatever because he's taller. And so he would be helping you.
And I feel like
Okay.
Cass would just kind of instinctively do that as well as a dwarf.
Okay. Sure. Yeah,
I'm
I'll
gonna be
go
turning
ahead.
everybody on.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Go team!
Gotcha. Yeah, go ahead and with the help action, roll an investigation with advantage, Ash.
17 for advantage.
17. Okay. You look around at the bottom of this cliff and you realize this spire of rock juts up nearly 1,000 feet into the air. In the distance, just kind of at the edge of where the clouds begin to form, as the rain is falling, you can see that stained glass window. You do not see any, pathway up the rock other than just climbing a wet, sheer cliffside, or any kind of like hidden pathway. You don't see a footpath that would indicate that there's something there. It's just cold, wet, dark gray rock.
I wouldn't have been able to live with myself if we got up there and then like, oh, exit here, staircase right up to the, you know what I'm saying? So we had to look. Friends, I think this is it. one way or another, we're getting in right now. So
Okay.
stay close. We got this.
And as the rain continues to fall, the wind whipping back and forth, you eventually, as you are, kind of bundling together for the fly spell to be cast, the cloud cover is actually sinking low enough and the rain is dense enough that you briefly lose sight of exactly where the thing on the side of the cliff that you're going for is, as you feel yourself lift off and Mordenkainen and Esmeralda cast their fly spells. As you fly up the side of the cliff face, approaching what you know is the to be the under area of the overhang buttress that you are looking for. A sudden gust of wind forces you to disperse briefly against your will, and I need everybody to please roll initiative.
Oh, shit.
Oh God.
Let me swap my token quick. Okay.
Oh God, I got a 3.
Wander's got a 15.
17 for Ash.
I'm having a hard time with my character sheet right now.
Uh-oh. I also didn't have the turn tracker up.
I even
That's not
clicked my token.
Yeah, I did too.
Oh, hey, look.
I
Hey, there it
did
is.
not.
It worked anyway.
It got y'all
I
anyway.
never thought
Great.
about it.
Let's see.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
I've got a lot of these. Okay, we don't have you. Hang on. Okay. Fine. All right. Let's see.
There it goes. 22.
Oh, my
Okay.
lord.
Excellent.
Whoa.
Okay,
Damn.
from Esmeralda, we have a 19. From Mordenkainen, we have... Okay, 2. Okay. Hold on a second, folks. I'm doing my best. Okay. Now... Okay. Oh, I forgot to do Octavio too, or Van Richten. These like higher level battles that we're doing, man. There's just so much to keep track of. Okay. Almost there. Okay. Bam. Other way. Okay. Okay, wait. I don't have PETA. You said you got a 22, right, PETA?
That is what he got, yeah.
Yes. Yep. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you. All right. Well, you are blown off course. And I believe this is correct, but correct me if I'm wrong. Each of you can only see a limited area around your character. Is that correct?
Yeah, I look like I'm on the moon.
All right. So what's happening here as you are flying up the cliffside, this downburst of wind, unnaturally so, possibly, sort of separates you all. You're blown off course and you are attempting to find your way back to each other and to where you are ultimately trying to go. Okay. And so as we begin, PETA, you are up first.
I don't like this question mark on her turn.
Yeah.
Oh God.
So, I will just give you a brief explanation of some of these mechanics. Some of them will become apparent as we go through. So, visibility is poor. Those of you with dark vision can see 60 feet from your location. Those of you without dark vision can see 30 feet from your location. There is thunder and lightning crashing in the sky around you. There are winds. Visibility is extremely poor. And your goal is to find each other successfully and reach the stained glass window. So, PETA, from where you are, it does not currently look like you can see anyone. What would you like to do? You do have some options. You could try to call out for others, although the wind and rain make it maybe hard to be heard. You could try and make checks to see if you can contact people, if you have spells, or you can just move around and dash. Everybody has 60 feet of flight, which is being maintained by Mordenkainen, as indicated by this wing on Mordenkainen, wherever he is, whom you currently cannot see. Also, Esmeralda has one wherever she is, as she's maintaining flight for her and Rictavio.
Okay, gotcha. Let's see. And you said 60, right?
Yes, you should. That should be correct, is it not?
Okay.
That you have. Yeah, that looks about right. Yes, you have 60 feet of. Yes, you have 60 feet of fly speed.
Okay, real quick, because I want to be extremely fair with this.
Yeah.
I can see where he's measuring from.
It's okay. That part is okay.
Okay, I just wanted you to know.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Okay, I wanted to be fair.
So, PETA.
Gotta go that way. He just blows me off course. Get like, nope.
What would you like to do, PETA?
Let's go ahead. I'll go ahead and move north, I think.
Okay.
I'll move, I guess the 60 feet.
Okay. You can dash for 120 if you think you want to.
Probably not.
Okay.
But let's see. Oh, come on. I apologize. Would you mind moving my token? For some reason I can't.
That's weird. I think it did move for me.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, it moved for me. I believe you now can see Esmeralda to your up and to your right. There.
Okay.
So you do see someone else in the party. But it does not appear that she has seen you yet.
Okay.
And you still have an action.
I will move towards Esmeralda.
Okay.
I guess or no, I can't. Yeah, I guess I'll dash and move over to Esmeralda.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, you can move over. Do you want to get like right next to her?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you move and dash. Any bonus actions?
I'll go ahead and give her Bardic Inspiration.
Okay. I will give a purple thing for that. Okay, great. Next up is Mordenkainen. He can't see anybody. I'm gonna have him just dash. I'll give him a. We'll roll to see which way he goes. Actually, he's okay. I'm actually going to deploy a thing here. He is going to use his action to make a perception check to see if he can detect anybody. It does burn up his action, but because he can't see anyone, that is probably a good idea. 16. 16 is pretty decent. And so he begins to... Okay. Where is he? He actually manages, because it basically on a 15 or higher, he gets a sense of the direction of the nearest creature. So he flies over. He has enough. Oh, he can't dash. Okay. I don't think he quite gets to you. He doesn't get to where he can see you, but you can see him, Peter. He comes onto the board. Esmeralda sees you, Peter, and she is going to also make a perception check. Actually, she's going to make a survival check to see if she can see where you guys are trying to go. I'll tell you that as you search, this check starts off being really, really difficult, and then as you search, it's going to get easier each turn. 16's not going to do it. Okay. All right. Next up. Okay. Okay. All right. So, Cass, as you are looking around for your friends, I believe passing just at the edge of your visibility, you see a massive stone gargoyle powering its way through the skies. And
Has
then I
it seen
think
me yet? Okay.
it didn't see. If it did see you, it didn't come your way.
Okay. I mean, I
that-
guess I'm just gonna try to come in behind it. Let's see. I've
Okay.
got.
Well, I'm just letting you know that was its turn. You are a little further
okay.
down in initiative.
Okay.
But that does bring us to Ash.
Well, I liked Morton Kanan's idea, so I think I'm going to also, in the spirit of not metagaming,
Okay.
use perception
Sure.
to see if I can find somebody. Yeah, perception seems to be my best bet.
Okay.
29, maybe?
Yeah. Okay. On a 29, this was the actual mechanics that I wrote. Anything above a 20, I just ping the nearest creature to you.
Word.
Which means I need to do some measurement. But I think I don't have to broadcast to others. Hopefully you guys can see that. Okay, so actually the nearest creature to you, Ash, is up there.
Okay, so let's go ahead and use my 60.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh, hello. 35, 40. Shit. I lost count. Is this
35. I think that was 40.
Okay, so 45 here. 50. And I'm going to go 55 right here with this looks like Van Richten to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you pull up on Van Richten.
Okay, awesome. So I think that's my, well, I mean, I have a little bit of movement left. I'm up my move. And then that was my action.
Yeah,
Proceed,
you've got a bonus
correct?
action, which you can use to dash if you want, but I don't know why you would.
Yeah, that would be kind of silly.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just making sure that I didn't have anything else that I could do with the bonus action. Okay, yep.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Okay. All right. Okay. I need to change something on this. Okay. That's pretty good. Okay. Okay. Oh, dang it. Come here. Okay. You see another gargoyle, Cass.
You're in Gargoyle Central.
You really are. And this one. Okay. Also seems to be flying past you.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh boy. Sorry, I'm trying to do this quickly, so it's not too much a drag for you guys. Okay. Oof, that's bad. Okay. Well, this thing really only kind of has one way to go here. Okay. Wandress, you also, I believe, see one of these things coming in. Except it also just kind of flies past you. Quite curious. Wandress, you're up. You are muted. I should move this to where people can actually see the thing, shouldn't I?
Okay, see, I can pull up Wanderer, which is that I kind of have that excellent memory for maps and geography and always recall the general layout of terrain. Okay. So what I want to know is, do I innately have a sense of like how close I am to the wall or my north, south, east, and west? I don't think from the ground we could see the stained window thing, or could we?
By the time you guys got airborne, no.
Okay, that's what I thought. So...
but yeah, I would say you have a general sense of it. I would say if you want to make survival checks to try to locate the window, I'll give you advantage for that class feature. That seems fair.
Okay, well, good. But I don't think that's what I want to use right now, because I think I would be trying to locate the next clear. That just makes sense that we need to all be in together, and we don't want to separate the group or whatever. So I think I too would do the perception check to see if I can find anybody near me. Also being very concerned, and I probably would be looking in the direction of where that gargoyle went too.
Yes.
But I'm going to do perception.
Okay.
And that's a 23.
Okay. That pings the nearest creature to you, but I'm also going to say, like, you know where that gargoyle went, so it's not going to ping the gargoyle.
There's one thing Barovia taught us, is to never split the party.
So the nearest creature to you, Wandress, is right here.
All right, then I think Wandress is going to move in that direction 30 feet. Right. Or no, do I have 60 feet?
You have 60 feet. And you've used your action, so you can't dash.
All right.
This is a really big battlefield, guys.
I'm gonna have trouble.
Okay.
Figuring out 60. Is 60 going to get me to it? Yes, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, then will you just help me please get there? Or will I see it when I wait? Let me go back to move.
Yeah, you basically can beeline for PETA.
Okay,
because by the time you get halfway through your movement, he should be on your radar. So.
Okay, great. Fabulous. So we've got, now it almost looks like I can see something now back down below me. You can see a little bit of something. I'll give it to you. You can see a little bit of something down to your left. And it does not appear to be the gargoyle that flew past. All right. I think I would yell in that direction, even knowing that might tell, I think, that would tell Strahd or somebody. Well, now, wait a minute, because I just saw a gargoyle go by. Okay. No, I don't think I do yell. I'm sorry. I take it back. Okay. And I need to do a brief break while you're moving on.
Okay. All right. Rictavio is also going to make a perception check. See how he does. An 18 gets him the direction of the nearest creature. And yeah, so he starts to make a beeline this way. And I think he realizes that it's a gargoyle. and he probably alerts you, Ash. I don't know if you can see one, but he
I can't.
points and says that there's something off over there. He's used his action to make his perception check. Does he have any bonus actions? I think he just like move. He ends up just flying back to you, basically. Because I don't think he has anything worth doing that's only a bonus action.
Makes sense.
So, okay, let's see. Okay. All right. Come on. Oof, that's bad. Okay. Okay. Oh, wait. Where the heck? Okay. Is that one? Okay, no, I never rolled initiative for one of these guys. Sorry, everybody.
Oh, I
Well,
hate
just
that you
too
found that
late.
out.
It's,
Yeah,
I'm
We'll
just,
just have to leave him out.
I'm
Gosh,
just
sorry.
No, I'll just roll him in for next round. It's fine. Okay. Where does he go? He goes right there. Okay. He was just a little slow on the draw. But that does bring us back to the guy whose turn it actually is. Okay. 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 Jeez. Okay. All right, another gargoyle flies in. Yeah, Cass, you see two of these things. They, you know what? I'll give you this for free. Make an insight check, Cass, if you will.
Okay. 21.
21. They're looking for something, and it isn't you.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay,
I
Cass,
don't
you're up.
like that.
Well, then I'm not going to bother them. I'm just gonna like move away from them. Probably like to the north. So let's see.
Okay.
So
I just
5,
had a really
10,
stupid idea.
15,
Well, now I'm
20,
excited.
25,
It's
30,
really dumb.
35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60.
Okay. All right, so that is your movement. You still have an action if you want to try to discern the location of any creatures, or dash if you'd like to go farther, or anything else you'd like to do.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna dash
Okay.
and just try to keep some of them in range, or like in sight, but just like
Okay.
move away from them. So let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Oh, hey. Cool. We're pretty much all linked up now.
Okay. All right. As we reach the end of the initiative, there is a crack of thunder. I would like Vincent, roll a d12.
How about a 5?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ash, roll a dexterity check. DC, dexterity saving throw. DC 15.
Okay, is that the one where you roll it up here under the proficiency bonus?
Yes, the dexterity saving throw.
27?
27. Okay.
Oh, hell yeah.
You have evasion, I think, at this point. So, Ash, this flash of lightning happens. You are able to dodge out of the way and take no damage.
Woo!
Players, I'm going to give you 5 seconds of illumination. Prepare yourselves.
Holy shit.
Nice.
Oh god.
All right. You've had your 5 seconds. PETA. Now you are back up. The illumination of the lightning allowed you to briefly see the battlefield, but you are cast back into darkness. However, several of your friends have managed to find each other due to good perception checks. What would you like to do? I believe you, at this point, also can see one gargoyle approaching your group. It does seem to be flying in your vague direction, perhaps. Doesn't seem friendly.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and bonus action, give cast inspiration and action Eldritch Blast
Okay.
against the gargoyle. So let's see.
Okay.
For 11 to hit.
Okay. 11 to hit the gargoyle. Does not hit.
Okay. 13 to hit.
13 also does not hit.
Okay.
Mm.
Gotcha.
Okay.
I think I'm just gonna stick here for now.
Okay. All right. That brings us to Mordenkainen, who just sees the edge of Wandress and flies over to the rest of you all. And sees... He does not see anything. He can't see the gargoyle from here. He sees the direction, though, that PETA was shooting in. So he is going to ready a simple firebolt for in case a creature shows up in his sight. Esmeralda is going to do the exact same thing. So, readied actions from Esmeralda and Mordenkainen. Next up is this guy who can. Okay, great. Let's see. All right. This thing whips around for Mordenkainen, beelining past all of the rest of you, and he is going to make 2 attacks. Let's see, what has he got? One with its bite and one with its claws. Attack number 1 is a 6 to hit. That does not hit. Attack number 2 is a 17. Mordenkainen is going to cast Shield. So he uses his first level spell to block one of those attacks. That brings us to Ash.
Oh, doggy spit on me. So
I don't think that's on your character sheet.
yeah, sorry.
I don't know that spell.
Get down. Get down. Okay. So I vaguely remember there being a bunch of people kind of down to, I'm going to call it south. We're in the air. I don't actually know.
Yeah.
Before I take off, I'm going to say to Van Richten, stay close. They're this way.
Okay.
So let's start slow. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30,
That's a
35,
little loud.
40,
Yeesh.
45, 50, 55, 60. I see the edge of somebody right here.
Okay.
We're going to... I hate to leave him behind, but I think... Let's hope that he comes straight this way. Bonus action dash.
Okay.
5, 10... Perfect. 15, 20, 25.
Okay. Beautiful.
Welcome in, Raiders. And because I still have an action, we are going to go for Bloodblade attack on this guy, since we'll have sneak attack as well.
Okay. Yeah, go for it.
That's 22 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. For
And
sure.
then we have 12 slashing damage.
12 slashing damage. Okay.
And then sneak attack coming at you, I think, if I can figure out how to do that. I don't know how to do that. This here?
Yeah, there
There
you
it
go.
is. Sorry. I rolled the lowest and it's still 11, though.
Okay. Yeah, so you swing in and this magical saw cleaver-esque device that you are wielding knocks big chunks of rock off of this gargoyle, which turns and snarls at you. Anything else from Ash?
So I have movement, but it would provoke opportunity. I've already used my cunning action to dash. I'm in a little bit of a pickle, so I guess I'll just stay here.
Okay.
I don't like it. Hashtag rogue things, but it is what it is.
I gotcha. Well, you know. All right. Who's who? You. Okay. All right. He definitely saw Cass go that way. So this one is coming in. I think Cass, you see one come in here. Now, does he have a lane? I think he does. This one is gonna dart around, and these things are nimbly avoiding all of you and beelining for the wizard.
Yeah, I seen that kind
Oh,
of.
yep.
Was there somebody that had something prepared, or that?
Yes.
Morton
Oh my
Kanan
God.
did.
Two of
Yeah,
them had
well
things
done.
prepared, and this guy would have been the first one who triggered that. So, Morton Kanan has a firebolt ready to go. 16 hits for 19 fire damage. Damn. And Esmeralda has one ready to go. Nine does not hit. Okay. One hits, one misses. This guy does pop in. It has not been Morton Kanan's turn, so his shield is still up. This guy has to hit an AC of 20 with shield to get Morton Kanan. Two attacks coming in. One with the bite. 13 does not hit. One with the claws does hit. 22 to hit for 5 slashing damage on Morton Kanan, who needs to make a concentration saving throw.
Oh my
Please
God.
don't lose
That spells were
concentration.
dead.
We're all dead.
TPK right here.
Oh, God.
It's close, but he does pass.
Oh.
Yes.
With a 12, because he has advantage from Warcaster, he does in fact keep you in the air.
Listen, I got a bad stomach. You can't be doing this to me. Oh.
Well, I don't know what to tell you about that. Okay. Lady McLateskovich over here needs to make a perception check because he doesn't know what the hell's going on.
Oh, shit, I forgot about my idea. I just kind of came in swinging. I'll tell you guys what I was going to do. I was like, I should just shape change into Strahd and be like, fools, they're at the gates, and see if they fly away.
Honestly,
Oh, I
Amazing.
I
love
should have
it.
done that, and
Okay,
I'm so sorry that I didn't think of it.
all right, he's just gonna fly in 120 feet. Okay, another one flies in. Cass, where's this guy? Where are
Yay.
you? Okay, what can he see? He can see stuff going on down here. Okay, damn, he can get in there. 2 more attacks coming for the wizard. Okay, that's a miss. Ooh, that is a crit, but it only does 7
Oh,
damage. Oh, wait, no, we're using altered crit rolls. It still is. So 7, 8, it's actually 9 damage. It doesn't change the math on what Morton Kanan has to do. It's got to be to 10. He does. Way to go, Morton Kanan. 2 hits in. Okay. Wandress, you're up.
Wanderers would have a pretty good idea that inflict wounds wouldn't work on a gargoyle. It's necrotic damage.
Whoa, oh, I didn't mean to do that. That is necrotic damage. I don't know. That's a great question. I don't know what precisely you would know about gargoyles and necrotic
It says make
damage.
a melee spell attack against a creature you can reach. So the first thing is, since it's a gargoyle, would Wanderers think it was a creature?
Let me take a look.
Okay. I'm sorry to be
No,
like
it's
that.
okay.
I'll roll some dice.
You know, make a nature check.
Okay. That's a 12.
With a 12. I mean, you know that there are, like, stone creatures. They exist. So you're not sure if it's a construct or an elemental or what it is. So I think your thought is it could be yes, could be no with a 12.
Okay.
Like there are, like, you know, there are, if it's an elemental, then yeah. If it's a construct, maybe not. Right?
Okay. So much of what Wanderers has is range.
Yep.
And so, and he's got that wind wall, but that would take, if he tried wind wall in the middle of the wind, it would take more people.
Yeah, you have Sacred Flame, I think. That would hit from where you are. And it's a dex save, so you don't have disadvantage. You have, you could roll the dice on the, inflict wounds.
Yeah. I think, I
would also say this, you can tell this thing is in pretty bad shape.
the one right, and that's the one
that's
I
the
would
one
aim at.
that Mordenkainen and Ash both have blasted.
I think that I'm going to aim at the one that's most badly damaged with Sacred Flame. I just feel like I don't know enough about the other one, and they're right on top of me, so Thorn Whip would just make it worse. So I'm going to think Sacred. Oh shoot! No, I'm going to use my inspiration.
Well, no. Those are your damage rolls.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You can ignore the Blessed Strike. The 8 damage is what they'll take if they fail their DC 16 dex save.
Oh, okay.
Gargoyles, not super dexterous. Rolling at this with a +0. He's got to hit a 16 or higher. No advantage. And he does hit an 18. Oh, no.
I can't believe it. Dadgummit.
Yeah, brutal. Okay, that was an action. Any bonus actions? You've cast a cantrip, so you could do Sacred Weapon if you want, but you don't have to.
So I can cast Spiritual Weapon then?
Yes, you could do Spiritual Weapon if you want.
Okay, then I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon over top of the one who is the most damaged.
Okay. All right, go ahead and make your spell attack.
Can I? Okay, but see, it says a spectral weapon within range, but it doesn't matter if it's just 5 feet away, right?
Yeah, you can put it anywhere you want within 60 feet of yourself, I think, or 30 feet or whatever it is.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was reading up on the spell because I was right there at it. And like, okay, so spiritual weapon.
You make a melee spell attack roll. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Okay, that is 11. Does not hit. You can burn inspiration if you want.
Okay, now I'm using my chat inspiration and doing it again.
Wander's chat inspiration burned.
Yes. And that's an 18 to
18 does hit.
All right, and let's do that damage. I'm casting it at level 2. Do I get all of that? 1 radiant?
I need to look at your... I need to look at how the sacred weapon thing works. The spiritual weapon, for sure, you get the 8 force damage. This other one, Blessed Strikes. Okay. When a creature takes damage from one of your cantrips or weapon attacks. So no, you don't get that extra 1 damage. It's just the 8.
Okay, so 8 damage. Does that take it out?
Not quite. It is on death's door. but it's not quite. Oh, ka-ching, Wanderous has inspiration back.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Okay, Rictavio saw you guys come this way. He's going to bop in here 60 feet. What does he have up his old sleeves?
God, it better be something.
He is mostly like a buff. Yeah. Oh, man. Rictavio. Can he get in there? Okay, Rictavio's going to dash right in here. And he's going to shout. This is insane. I didn't even consider that. I should have looked at this guy's spells before I started this fight. Before I designed this entire encounter. But Rictavio has a way to absolutely more or less save your wizard. And he says...
Thank you, Jesus.
He says, give me a second. Mordenkainen, I can protect you, but not if you attack stuff after my next shot. And he starts like trying to begin to cast a spell. Basically, he has Sanctuary, and as long as Mordenkainen doesn't attack anything after, so Mordenkainen can get one more attack in, and then if he doesn't attack, he can be mostly probably
That's
saved.
what he was using when Strahd attacked the church.
I think he was actually using Magic Circle, but it's a very similar.
Okay.
thing. But so he dashed to get in there. Wait, hang on. I gotta check. Sanctuary is touch. No, range is 30 feet as a bonus action. Hang on. Is he within 30 feet? Yes.
I think so.
Okay, yeah, no, he just cast Sanctuary on Mordenkainen. We'll give him a little yellow blip and him a little yellow blip. That's a bonus action. But he readies an attack if anybody comes for him. He's going to ready his sword cane. So he basically takes his like cane and whips a sword out of it. And gets ready to go.
This guy, man.
What a hero.
He says, "Have at you!" In the rain and the wind and the lightning. Sorry, go ahead.
Wanderous has it too. He just didn't prepare it today.
Oof.
Rip. That's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think he knew what he was doing. Just saying.
All right. Well, how could you have anticipated this exact circumstance? All right, this thing can fly in. However, now that Mordenkainen has Sanctuary, this thing has to make a Wisdom saving throw against Sanctuary, which I'm gonna... Hang on, come here. And I need to take this.
This is a really double-edged sword kind of fight, because, like, on one hand, we don't have to worry about everybody getting
DC
the
15.
crap beat out of them, but also we got a tank that's not supposed to be tanking. You know what I mean? Like, this guy has no business taking the brunt of it.
So this guy has to make a DC 15 Wisdom save at a +0 to even be able to attack. So first attempt is a failure. Okay, so he must choose a new target, and he is going to choose 1, 2, 3. There are 3 people he can choose from. We're gonna go clockwise. One is Esmeralda, so he's going to take a shot at Esmeralda. It's going to be real bad if she drops her concentration, but they don't know she has that. All right, first hit. 13 to hit. Does 13 hit Esmeralda? Almost certainly not, right? She's rocking +1 to the leather. This is 17. Okay, that does not hit. Next attack, he's going to try his Wisdom saving throw again.
He has 3 attacks?
He
Is that
does manage to break through. He is going to attempt the attack on Mordenkainen. That is a 13 to hit. Is not going to hit. They have a lot of hurdles they got to jump before they can make those attacks. All right. And they are all clumped up, which is maybe not the best move in the world. Okay, this guy, I think, realizes that he can't get in there. But these guys are not... They're not real smart. So I'm just going to make an intelligence check to see what he does when stymied at 4. All right. He can't get to who he wants to get to. He's literally just going to go to the nearest other creature and attack. 1 bite coming, 1 claw coming at Cass, I've got a 14 and a 12. That certainly doesn't hit.
Nope.
And that brings us back to Cass.
Okay.
Cass is the one we don't have in our
Little
sight
cluster here, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see. No, it's okay. I can see you guys.
Oh, well, we're at
Now, I will say, something you should all keep in mind too is that simply you can try to kill all of these things. That's not the only win condition. If you can find the stained glass window and get to it, then you're not floating in the air. You may have to fight them when you get in there if they follow you in or something, but you won't be hanging over the air with them trying to blast the hell out of your wizard. You can just fight them on the ground or whatever at that point. So just to, not obviously do whatever decisions you want to make, but don't forget to throw some actions at survival checks to find the window, unless you just want to try to tough it out and fight to the death,
But we don't
basically.
have all of these attacks of opportunity.
I mean, there's disengage actions and all kinds of stuff you can do.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to make sure that like you understand that in the design of this encounter, the only way out is not all HP hits 0, right?
Yeah.
Which if that's the route you want to go, hey, I'm totally fine. That is a way out for sure. They will, if you kill all the gargoyles, you'll be able to take your time looking for whatever you want. But also, if you could bypass certain things if you throw some actions towards survival checks to find the window, and then it depends on how far the window is
Okay.
away from you, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Got it.
just wanted
I'm
to
glad
again
you
because I
explained
think
that.
we were all getting bogged down in the exact
Yeah.
minutia of how do we kill all these gargoyles, and I wanted to make sure everybody knows there is another
Yeah.
win condition you can attain.
I mean, I will say from an RP standpoint, I think that like the number one goal was to all meet up.
Yes,
And then-
and
Oh, yeah,
that does
now
make
it's
sense
like-
too. Yeah. I mean, we're
Yeah.
only 2 rounds into the combat. I'm just trying to make sure we don't get fully.
Well, you
lost in
needed
the
to tell
sauce of-
me that.
Yeah, I needed to tell me that too. I was like,
All right.
as we all clumped into our final battle positions here. All right, sorry, Ozzy, go ahead. Cass, what you got?
I mean, longsword, and I'm just gonna hit the guy right in front of me.
Heck yeah,
21.
21 hits. Is your longsword magical or adamantine?
It is not.
Okay. All right, carry on.
I could use a smite.
Yeah, go ahead. If you
yeah,
want, up to you.
I'll burn a smite at
Okay.
level 1.
All right, let him have it.
Oh god.
Okay. Yeah, as you hit it, the smite damage does quite a bit, but the sword struggles. You get the sense if you have any magical weapons, they probably... Because you saw Ash's magical weapon. Maybe you didn't see it. Did you see that? Yes, you were in view of that. So you saw Ash's magical weapon just carve through the stone with much better luck than you're having with the sword.
Yeah.
My man's does have that, fancy disruption mace.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll go. I mean, wait.
Oh, yeah, you have more attacks.
Yeah, I mean, I've my extra attack. I mean, gargoyles aren't necessarily like they're not fiends. They're elementals, right?
They are elementals, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, the mace wouldn't do shit there. Damn it.
Well, but it's magical, so...
Oh, yeah, that's valid. Okay.
So at least it does
Yeah.
more that way, right? It doesn't
Yeah,
get all its
Mace
cool
of-
effects, but
Mace of Disruption.
18 hits.
18. And I guess I'll burn another smite. So
Okay.
that's gonna be
Don't forget to roll your weapon.
yeah,
thing too, right?
weapon damage.
Okay.
So that's just the 6 bludgeoning and then
Okay, so 12,
6 radiant.
12 all day. Okay. All right. Any movement or anything else from Cass?
Yeah, I'm gonna break off
Okay.
and just get a little bit closer to the group.
Oh, damn. On his attack of opportunity, he does crit for 10 damage all day on Cass.
That's fine.
All right. Now, PETA, I need you to roll a D13, which you don't have a thing for that, so just do /R space 1D13. Because there was that extra guy that I threw in there. Four.
Looks
One,
like a 4.
2, 3. 4 is one of the gargoyle. Oh no, it's the really damaged gargoyle. Oh no. Listen, the lightning just hits whoever, right? It's, you know. All right, he needs to make a DC 15 deck save, I think I said. That's a 7.
Just the thing is sitting there, I'm like fighting it, and then
Yeah, okay.
Christ.
That guy takes 15 lightning damage as it is like turning. It's broken, like one of its legs has fallen off. It's barely hanging in the air with its wing. It goes to turn and try to do that wisdom save to attack Mordenkainen. And is just blasted out of the air by some lightning.
They need DeVito out here.
Real
hooking
lucky
us up
break.
with some support.
Now,
He started blessed.
Cass, I need
Yes.
you to roll me a we'll do a D5. So do /R space 1D15.
/R 1D5.
No. Do 3. I'm sorry. 3.
Okay, so /R
Yep, 1D
1D
3.
3.
1. Okay. Flying in like a bat out of hell in the night,
Oh no.
a witch on a broomstick rolls up,
Oh hell yeah.
sees what's going on, and attempts to hex one of the gargoyles. I think she'll hex this northern gargoyle here. So she like summons these brambles that wrap around it. It has to work. It's basically going to spend its entire next turn. It can't move, and it has to spend its action clearing the brambles. So it doesn't like fall out of the sky, but it's basically losing a turn thanks to this witch, who then just sort of like and speeds off, having delivered some aid to Cass.
Hell
Just
yeah.
rolling through the neighborhood and it's like, hey, yo, I know that guy.
Exactly.
Hey,
Exactly.
did we get illumination from the lightning again?
Yes, you do. My apologies. I don't think there's as much to see. Bam.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know if that would help us be able to see
Oh,
the.
crap.
Oh gosh, is there
Thing or
any
not.
way to like take an
There's m-
opportunity to roll to see, look for the thing?
What thing are you looking for?
The window.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like the
Yeah, yeah,
second
yeah.
time we've
That-
seen that. It would make sense to be like,
Oh,
try
oh
to-
no. You have to take an action on your turn to do it.
Oh,
Unless you,
okay.
I guess if you, here's what I'll tell you. If you prepare an action to do it when the lightning happens,
Yeah,
you
that
can
makes
get
sense.
advantage on your survival check to find the window.
that's fair.
Okay. That brings us back to PETA. Current state of affairs, Mordenkainen is sanctuaried.
Yeah.
Rictavio is maintaining concentration on sanctuary. You're in
Okay.
a big cluster of gargoyles.
And more coming.
Yeah. What would y'all like to do?
And you said so it would be a survival check to look for where the
Yes,
stained
that is
glass
correct. And we have now had 2 lightning strikes, which means this is the 3rd round. So
Okay.
the DC of the survival check has begun to drop. So
Okay.
it started out really
I'm
high.
gonna-
It is now lower.
I'm gonna try to roll
Okay.
for that.
Yeah, go for
Let's
it.
see. 22.
Holy shit. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
The DC had gone, it started at 30, which means you needed a natural 20. Last round it was 25. Nobody made a check. This round, 20 was the number. You have done it. So, PETA, as you whirl around, and I think actually the lightning just happened. So, I think it just as you described, like you guys were looking at the lightning flashes, PETA, you zero in on the window. Here's the thing. It's going to take 2 rounds worth of movement from everyone to get there. From where you guys are, basically.
Is that with dash? Or is that...
One dash. Let's say it's 120 feet away. So one, and actually, why don't I just put it on the map? Do I have a spot that's 120 feet away from PETA?
Yeah, it'd probably be up towards the right corner, right? That's the. Well, actually, golly, maybe not.
PETA is right here. I do. Okay. Okay. All right. Do I have... I need just something to put on the map level, basically. What do I have? You know what? I'll just do like an X marks the spot. I don't know what to... Okay. It's like I have all these assets, but when I need to find them, I can't find anything. Okay. It's fine. Pixel, just deep breaths. You can do this.
You're doing great.
I think it was like right there. Okay. So, oh, don't do that. That is on the token layer. It's like over here, basically. That's roughly 120 feet away. So one dash will get most of you there, basically. You know. But if people have to take actions to disengage, there's thoughts to be had here. But you do use your action and see it. What would you like to do? And you can, I can just assume that you let everybody know. But you take any movement?
I'll let everybody know, and I'll start moving towards the window.
All right. There's only one there. I think he's going to try to hold his attack of opportunity for Mordenkainen if he gets a chance. Okay, so go ahead and move.
Okay, and I apologize, I missed it. Where is
It's down to the right. It's like
okay,
I'm
I see
hanging it
that,
over here somewhere.
Okay, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I don't know. You guys might not find this as epic as I do, but just the visual of this fight of like you guys flying in the air, the like lightning is crashing, wind is blowing, gargoyles are swooping in, you're swooping in. I just I thought it was fun.
Very rad.
And then so is this flight something that is just on us, or do we have to
Mordenkainen is holding. Mordenkainen, no, it's concentration. You can get as far away from him as you want as long as he doesn't lose concentration on that.
Okay.
He has to touch you when he casts the spell, but after that, you're good to go.
Okay. Gotcha. So, and you said the fly speed was 60?
60, yep.
60, okay, so that'd be 30. So 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Okay. That'll be my turn.
All right. So, Mordenkainen is going to move 5 feet. 2 gargoyles are going to make wisdom saving throws. They have to beat a DC 15 to try and hit him. To even get the attack off. They do not. He is free to go. He moves another 5 feet. 1 more gargoyle has to make the wisdom saving throw. He does. He now has to make his attack. He does not. Mordenkainen's mage armor is more than enough to deal with it. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. And then he is going to... Oh, he's not going to shapeshift. Sorry, it like grabbed the edge of his token and was like flipping him around. Don't worry about it. He is going to. He can't quite make it to the window, but he saw where PETA told him it was. He takes the dash. That's it for Mordenkainen. Esmeralda, that guy's already taken his attack of opportunity, so she is also just gonna dash.
One of them real quick.
Yeah, go for it, for sure.
I'll do this one.
Okay.
The southern one.
Ash, you're up.
No,
13.
That's 13.
Does not hit.
Okay.
I mean, I'm kind of the same mind here. Let me read something real quick. If it's okay. Cleaver form. How many of these guys could I hit with that?
Let me take a look. I gotta find the thing I gave you about it.
Yeah, it's in the handouts, right?
Handouts, magic items, Bloodblade. Okay, Cleaver form has 10 feet of reach. When you make a successful melee attack on this creature with the weapon, you may additionally deal the attack damage to another creature within 5 feet of the target. So 2.
Okay, cool. Well, just for gigs, I'll move here.
Okay.
That's 5 movement. I will slap that bad boy into
Okay.
the Cleaver form. I don't often get to use it that way, okay?
Yeah.
So might as well. And we'll... Okay, real quick. I only get sneak attack on... Well, I would get sneak attack on these two on the right because they're in melee, right?
Now, the whichever... You can only get it on one of them. It basically specifies in the item that you do the weapon damage, but not the extra sneak attack.
Got it.
To the second target.
I guess more like I could do sneak attack.
But you could sneak attack either one of them. Yeah, one from Wanderous, one from
matter.
Cass.
All right. Well, anyway, let's roll that bad boy.
This fight would have been a lot harder if I...
Oh,
yeesh.
That's bad.
Yeah.
But I'm not too worried about it.
This fight would have been a lot harder if I hadn't realized that Rictavio has Sanctuary.
Okay, since they can't attack me, 10. Do I know which way I'm going?
Yeah. I think P to let everybody know. Yeah, it's like that general direction.
Okay, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. I see PETA.
There you go. All right, you've moved, you've attacked.
I do have
you do have a bonus action.
I would like to dash if that's cool.
Okay.
PETA, which way? I don't know where I'm at.
It's he points you that direction.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, down this way.
It's just diagonally over there.
40, 45, 50, 55, 60 will get me there.
Now, these guys have a fly speed of 60 feet. Oh my gosh. Okay. Ooh boy. Okay. Wanderous, I think you and PETA both can get attacks of opportunity as this guy just charges after Mordenkainen.
Okay.
He doesn't have action economy to attack with. I think he's going to cross his fingers that he can beat that wisdom save and Mordenkainen's AC to hit him before he gets in the building.
That's a not use magic. That's
yes, like your quarterstaff or something. Yeah.
Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm hitting with my quarterstaff, and that's a nat 1.
Okay. And then
You said I get 1 too, right?
you use your attack of opportunity to sentinel one of the guys, right?
Yep, you're right.
Okay. Next up is this one. He also has to dash to get... He's going to try to get in front of Mordenkainen, but he doesn't have action economy to attack with. This guy also... Oh, PETA, you also would have got an attack of opportunity if you wanted it, as that first guy went right by you. Like, the only way he could get to Mordenkainen was to go right by you.
So, I guess for that... because I don't think it had a weapon drawn. Would that be an issue, I guess?
No, go for it. Yeah, whatever,
Okay. I will pull out the sun sword. Use it two-handed. So.
Okay.
This. A 9 to hit.
Brutal.
Mm.
Does not hit.
Yeah, that's okay.
All right. One more of them charges off. So far, a couple of them have still managed to stay in attack of opportunity range. Wandrous, you're up.
Okay, well, Wanderous is just for the heck of it gonna move his spiritual weapon right over to that guy first off and hit him with it.
Okay.
Because
Yeah,
why
bonus
not?
action, let her rip. 15.
That's a 15
exactly
to hit.
hits.
Okay. And that I just get the force, is it? The 7 points of
Yes,
damage?
7 force damage.
Okay. And then Wanderous is gonna he's gonna yell at Cass, head for the window, and then he's headed out and he's gonna dash.
Okay.
Am I headed? Okay, so I'm hauling up with PETA.
Okay. Rictavio is also going to dash.
Oh no, wait a minute. Was that just 60?
That
I
was
did?
just 60. Yeah, you have 60
So
more.
I actually have 60 more, right? I'm sorry. I'm gonna keep going. Am I headed
Okay.
in the right direction?
Yes, you're headed this way. I guess I could hang on. Can I get a hold of
Oh,
this
wait a
thing?
minute. 40. I was back up here, and that was gonna be 45.
Oh, is
Oh
it on
my
the map
God! Now
mode?
I'm.
No. What?
And where is the window from here?
Right here.
Shit. And I don't have any movement. You know what? I'm gonna stop there so that
Okay.
if I wanted, I do have some range.
Okay.
Okay, does that make sense?
Sure.
Okay.
All right. Got another flyer. I don't think he can. He can barely get into range with Mordenkainen. Damn. This guy. They are circling your boy.
I know.
Although, wait, hang on a second. Wanderers. No, you already used. No, that was just your turn. So
I
actually,
dashed. Yeah.
yeah, but the only way he can get is if you. He has to go right by you if you want to take another attack of opportunity, just on the off chance.
But I already did an attack of
Well, but then it was
opportunity.
your turn, and you had your turn again, so
okay.
now you have another one.
All
Which
right,
you don't
so
have to
I will
take if you don't want it.
No,
but-
no, I will. I'll hit him with the quarterstaff as he
Okay.
goes by, but I'm not going to use inspiration to do it. I'm just doing the quarterstaff, and that's a dirty 20 to
Dirty
hit.
20 hits.
Okay, so that's 4
Okay.
bludgeoning.
And you do get the 2 radiant. I'll give you the blessed strike on that one too. So that is okay. There you go. Then this guy, where can he get to with 120?
Why does that
feet?
one guy have one of the gargoyles has a thing on his head, on his person?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well,
Oh,
one of them,
he
the
couldn't
one
move.
close-
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was stuck for a turn. Thank you for catching
He
me.
had to use his turn, so he
Which
doesn't get
one
the
of
6
those-
points of damage.
I can't even see the guy who had the thing.
Okay, I'm moving right into the left of him.
This is the gargoyle that has
This
the
is the
thing.
gargoyle. Okay.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
okay, he's covered by name. Actually, he wouldn't have been able to move at all. He is stuck all the way back up here.
But he was the one that I did the spiritual weapon thing on. Does it make any difference? Because he's in the vines.
You mean the one you hit with your attack of opportunity?
No, she's talking about her spiritual weapon. She moved it over top of somebody.
I moved
And
it
That
over
was
top of.
yeah.
Was that the other one? Did I
that
move it
was a
over
different
top?
one? Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. So
Yeah.
this guy would get his 6 back, but he's still stuck back up there.
This guy has not been damaged, so
Oh, okay. So
the guy
No,
that
he-
you just got took his 6 because he could move. It was this guy that I moved up here who has the
Okay.
thing and therefore couldn't have moved, and I just missed that.
okay.
Thank
So
you guys
he moved earlier.
for
Okay.
catching me. Yeah. Yeah, he was an earlier one.
Okay.
This guy had to do the thing. Okay, there we go. Cass, you're up.
Alrighty. Well, I'm just gonna make a beeline let's see, it's what, down here-ish?
It's like down here.
Okay. So 5. 65, 70, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, 1, 5, 110, 115, 120.
Okay. All right. Ozzy. I need, let's count them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now there are 12 because that one is dead. Ozzy, roll me a d12, please. 7.
7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is another gargoyle.
Hey,
Oh my god.
Love to
Oh
see it.
man. The dice are spicy. That's a deck save, DC 15. Does he make it? He does not.
You love to see it.
So, struck right in the midst, 16 damage. Lightning blasts some of the rock off one of those gargoyles in the middle of the pack. And once again, reveals. I don't think you really need it, but
That little red circle is it.
yes. Okay.
All right.
All right, that was the lightning. Also at this time, Cass, roll me another D3.
Okay.
Oh, slash before the R.
Oh, yep.
He's got a
1.
Another one. Okay.
squadron of witches.
The witch is back.
Oh, God.
Okay, so this time, another witch like zips through, blasts this one with another set of brambles, flies by, goes for a high five with Cass,
Hell yeah.
and then zips off before the lightning can strike again. Okay,
Oh, my God.
PETA, you're up.
Oh boy. I'm gonna go ahead and move and then see how close I get, and then
Okay.
probably dash to it.
Okay.
So 1, 2, yeah, okay, so I think I'm just gonna go to here. I guess, like, is this the entrance here? Like, right, oh, right below, the tile below?
This is actually the entrance over here. Can you guys not? Is that not visible?
I can see it.
There's like, oh, maybe he's not close enough. There's like a red. Yeah, it's this thing over here.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I don't know if that you're welcome to let that change your movement and choices.
Yeah,
would.
sorry. Roll 20 is being a little finicky right now for me.
Gotcha.
So
Where were you before? You were
let's see.
like, well, I mean, you were 60 feet back, right?
He
If
was
it's
40 feet back.
yeah, I was
from
about
me.
60 feet back.
so I think you can make it to if you want to get in the window. If you want to get to the window, you can get to the window.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay. I think I'll do that.
Excellent. Yeah, so you get to the window and you see this beautiful stained glass window showing a king and a queen, a man and a woman with dark black hair, looking sort of I don't know, beatific, I guess you would say. Basically, they're just sort of angelic-y looking in the typical stained glass window stuff. You don't see like a means of entrance, so if you're gonna go in, you're gonna have to just go through the window.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna fly through the window.
Hell yeah. So PETA flies through the window and enters this chamber. We'll talk about what you see in that chamber here in a minute. Mordenkainen, oh boy.
Go, my boy.
Mordenkainen is going to disengage
Yes.
My man.
and fly right into the window. He's got to go around a little bit. Bam. He follows PETA right into the window. Esmeralda is also going to disengage. She flies into the window. Ash.
You know, I think I'm gonna disengage and fly through the window.
Hell yeah. Ash disengages, flies through the window. Brings us to gargoyles. Let's see. Oh, is that the far one? I think it is. It's like this guy way back here. He just like starts trying to zoom in. He's no longer, it's his next turn, so he's cleared, but okay, next up, this guy starts flying at the window, and then a rather amazing thing happens. As he goes to breach the window, there is a flash of blue light, and his rocky body is blasted into pieces and falls down the side of the mountain. And then this other gargoyle does the literal exact same thing. Wondrous.
Well, Wanderous is in a quandary.
He's in a quandary.
Wanderous looks back at Rick
God damn it.
Tavian and hollers through the storm, "Can you make it?"
I think so.
Okay, then Wanderous is, and also Wanderous knows by now that those guys are after the wizard. So Wanderous is going to dash again and go in the window.
Window action, baby.
Yeah,
Okay.
but that
And
does
then
leave
Rictavio.
Rictavio. Well, what if, yeah,
He can fly right in as well.
Well, damn.
thank God. Okay.
Come
No,
on,
I just
Cass.
gotta get in.
This guy can't do anything. This one flies in and goes kaboom. These guys have an intelligence of 6. They're not that bright. Cass,
Would you
you're
say
up.
they're as dumb as a box of rocks?
I would. Well done.
all right, I am
Take the inspiration if you don't already have it.
flying in.
I don't think so.
Yeah, yeah. You earned
Okay.
it.
All right. Hang on, folks.
One I was missing.
Brilliant.
Okay. And with that, you are out of combat. And you find yourselves in a very strange room.
Yes,
Hang on.
yes.
I gotta do some setup here before I stick y'all in here.
Oh, hitting the mic.
Well, that was a little bit easier than I thought it would be.
Yeah, having Sanctuary, I should have looked at. Completely forgot to even check Rictavio's spells.
And I'll be preparing it from now on. I learned my lesson. One of them for Rictavian and one of them for what's his name? Mm.
Or Van Richten. I guess he's not Rictavio.
I had never
these days.
seen this, had not connected it to the other thing we did. I really didn't know what Sanctuary would do. I've learned a lesson.
Yeah, it's like if somebody is attacking, it will like go away. So you can't like put it on somebody who's gonna keep fighting, right?
Right, right.
Okay. These guys, all these names being visible is really messing up this room.
All these names. Don't love that.
It's fine. People at home know what's up. Okay, my dear friends. Let's see here. We're here. We're here. And I hope that this is correct. I hope I've done everything correctly for this. No, I have not. Okay. I guess I should put. I'll do this. Sorry, guys. Okay, I think you can
I
see
can kind
now.
of see now.
Yeah.
A little.
All
yeah.
right. There we go. Can you see? Yeah, okay. You find yourselves in a quite strange room. You appear to be in a tomb, which rests in hushed silence except for the belabored breathing of our heroes. I think I gotta move people around. They've been in the wrong spots. Yeah, sorry. I'm not sure if people have been in the wrong spots for a minute, but anyway. Except for the belabored breathing of our heroes, the crash of thunder outside, the tinkling of broken stained glass which now lies all over the floor. Tall stained glass windows used to dominate the eastern wall, and dim light from the lightning outside is illuminating the room to show you two coffins resting atop white marble slabs. The one against the north wall is labeled. Wondrous, do you read it?
Yes, it says
It says
King Belroth.
King Barov von Zarovich.
Okay.
And the one against the south wall, Cass, would you like to read it?
Yes.
It says Queen Ravnovia van Royen. The vaulted ceiling 30 feet overhead is inlaid with a beautiful gold mosaic. And that, my friends, is where we'll be ending our session tonight as you have finally entered Castle Ravenloft.
Saw that coming.
All right.
That was cool. That was really cool. I gotta say.
That was a cool fight.
Really fun.
Unexpected, totally unexpected and totally
Well, good. I'm glad I didn't accidentally kill an entire town of people this time. All right. Well, thank you guys so much. We are going to do our usual sign off. I'm going to make the music a little quieter so that it's not quite as annoying. In case anyone cares, I did compose this Castle Ravenloft theme myself. So, you know, yay me, I guess. Okay, we're going to go around, remind everybody who we are and where we can be found on the internet. And I may try to raid out tonight if anyone has anywhere they think we should go. We are going to start, however, with reminding you all who this guy just below me is and who you played tonight.
You know, if I didn't always go first, I would assume it was anybody else because on my screen, I'm above you.
Oh, yeah. I'm talking about the one on the... See,
On
I
the
actually keep
overlay.
the OBS window up, like, right in front of me. So I
Yeah,
can,
I
you know,
feel you.
and on that window, you're right below.
Okay, well, that's me. I'm Vincent Page. Tonight, I was your Ash Fireforge Changeling Rogue. That was really, really fun. If you guys want to come hang out with me, I try to stream. It's been a little funky here recently with the move and my health, but I stream here on Twitch at Vincent Page and on TikTok at Vincent Page. We've been playing lots of Kingdom Hearts. It's been kicking my
Heck
butt
yeah.
in a great way.
Excellent. Omega.
Hey all, my name is Omega. I played Peter Walhorn, the Valor Bard. You can find me here every other Friday up until we finish this thing, so
All right. Heck yeah. Ozzy.
I'm Ozzy. I played Cast Fireforge tonight, and I'm excited to finally be in the castle.
Heck yeah. And Bonus Bomb.
I am Bonus Mom, and I played Wondrous, the Nature Domain Cleric, and had a great time. This was really fun. I will be back tomorrow, actually on TikTok about noon, and we will be trying to open up our new server for Minecraft. So noon tomorrow, followed by, I believe it is 5 p.m. tomorrow, and it will be 5 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time and noon Eastern Daylight Time. And the 5 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time is here, is it not, Pixel?
Yes. 5 p.m.
It is.
Yes. Yeah. I guess I can talk about that now. Hi, everybody. I've been Pixel. I have been your hulking gargoyles and your sad townsfolk and your lightning strikes and witches this evening. You can find me here on twitch.tv/AgesOfVinor, GMing this game every other Friday as a player in Doc Roberts' campaign for Descent into Avernus, where I play Phoenix Brightgrin, Dwarven Barbarian, and #1 Internet Sad Dad. And also, tomorrow, we're doing a special stream over here. After we hork down some dinner following our Minecraft stream, we are doing a How to Play D&D stream. Our good friend, Doc Robert, who DMs the Avernus campaign, has a program that he runs through with his students to kind of give folks the basics of D&D. So if you've never played and you've seen a little bit of what we do and you're curious about, like, how does this all work? How would I get started if I wanted to play? Be here tomorrow at 5 o'clock, and we will talk about that. Bonus Mom and I will also be there to provide our perspective as players and me as a GM on, all things Dungeons and Dragons. We expect that that'll be 60 to 90 minutes. We don't know exactly. And if you miss it or have to miss it, that will also be going up on our YouTube. And if we have a good response to it, we'll hope to do a Q&A section and stuff like that. If we have a good response to it, we will try to do more stuff like that in the future, both for players and GMs. So we're very excited about all that. Lots of big things happening. And we have had a suggestion of someone to raid. Let's go take a look before I jump. Yeah, sure, we can do that. So we are going to go raid Moonlit Fae, my friends. So if you are not subbed, there's a raid message. If you are subbed, there's a raid message. If I can type right, maybe I can't. Who knows? And to finish this off tonight, I just want to say thank you all so much for coming out. Shout out to everybody who was playing with us tonight. I appreciate you all for sharing your time and your talents, and battling through the various illness and everything going on. You guys rule. Thank you so much. To everybody who watched tonight, thank you all so much. There were like 2 different hype trains, all the subs, all the bits, maybe 3 different hype trains. Good golly. 4 different hype trains. Anyway, a lot. You guys really showed up today, and I super appreciate that from all of you. You absolutely rule. I know half of you were just testing out the new stuff, but that's great too. We appreciate it all. And I do want to ask you as we leave, as I always do me a quick favor over the course of the next week or so, 2 weeks till I see you, which is to be kind to yourself. Because, there's a lot of not kind stuff out there. Don't let that be you to you at you. So, thank you very much. We're going to go raid Moonlit Fae. You guys have a good night.